Hello and welcome to the first games of the finals of the NA ESL 4 tournament for Dawn of War between Bikerushownz on this side as the Eldar and LaFaf on this side as the Marines. So, as many of you may have noticed if you've been watching more of my content from this tournament, I've been skipping around a lot more than I did in the last tournament. This is for a couple of reasons. I wanted to try and cover NA and EU, which failed horribly because I've been very busy this week, which is another one of the reasons. But I also wanted to try and sort of stop some of the spam a bit. So what I'm going to try and do is have, you know, more sort of variety throughout the two tournaments, but keep them, you know, do a bit more organizing in the next week to make sure that I can go through more of the good games without having to, you know, without casting games and then realizing, oh, they're not that interesting, and casting the games of high level players that people want to see, and doing a bit of both EU and NA, all these different things. And I've been very busy this week, so next week I'm going to try and do better, but I'm actually going to have to put a lot of videos early on into that Scout Squad loss is very unfortunate. Put a lot of videos early on because the patch comes out on Wednesday and will ruin everything for me, because obviously the replays die on the new patch. So Sinestra says he's going to try and bring out the new patches today, the new replays today. And so this is Sunday as I record this, and I will have the first half of the week to go round doing replays. So far LaFaf has started with 2 scouts. Very interesting play. I've been playing myself a bit more, and I've started to see the value of this sort of play a lot more. I've seen a lot of people doing this sort of stuff while casting, and I've started to understand why people do it against Eldar, and I'll talk a bit about that. But Bikerushownz doing very typical things. That's his third Dire Avenger squad coming out. He's got this bottom part of the map. He's taking his good, strong Eldar control on map, as usual. So, normally, obviously, versus Marines and perhaps versus Orcs, you just want to have lots of Assault Marines to be doing the damage. Very aggressive push here from Bikerushownz, but against Eldar, you just find that if you have a lot of Assault Marines and you're diving in on the Dire Avengers, you just don't do enough. Like, they're just not good enough. But if you have the Scouts, that allows you to have more units out, so you can take more control of the map and have more things around. And the stun grenades let you hold off Eldar flanks. So, like, if you jump on the Eldar, they're going to fleet of foot away. If the Eldar are chasing you, it's hard to get away if you've used your jumps already to start a fight. But the scouts make that so much more possible. And if you only have one group of scouts, you use that in a fight. If you have more groups of scouts, you have more just stun grenades overall. So this map is getting pretty standardly split. One of the middle points being taken by each faction, both back points being taken. The listening post being made on here because of the easy path through the middle to this point, which you can see these Assault Marines are taking now, with the Elders pushing up here. And we're at the 2 CP point of 4 minutes. 2 CP? CP? EP. 2 EP. EP is kind of cool name for them, actually. And Bikerushownz is just going ham. He knows that the force is in the top. He knows that this isn't incredibly well protected. And he's just going to say, yo, Striker Scorpions, get in there. I don't know if he actually wants to hit this. Maybe that's a really good point, actually, forcing them to remake it. That's an Assault Squad coming down. That's not going to finish if he kills it. I think he jumped away assuming it might be scouts, maybe? I don't know. It's kind of a weird jump. But he's going to get this killed, and it doesn't look like LaFaf is getting anything done in the meanwhile. He's just sort of sitting up top doing his usual thing. Bikerushownz even getting a scout into the back of the base here. Oh, and is actually very, very slightly in the tip of the range of that, the extended range of that, that cannon. So Assault Marines now playing about in the map need to be careful because there's a big army right here, and he doesn't have any stun grenades. Actually, he just entirely missed that. A good stun there from the Striker Scorpions, and that is down. And this is one of the problems with this style, especially as he hasn't really flooded the field with scouts as much, and he is going to GG out there. A very quick game there, as he just lost some early forces and didn't get anything that much done. So that was a nice quick game. Bike Crush taking the first game over LaFaf.